there's a program called the LPGA USGA Girls Golf. Let's start it. So we're in our 10th year. We started out at Eagle Rock, I believe, went to Weekway, and now we're partnering here with Galloping Hill. I believe that we had a very good program this year because the whole purpose of girls golf is to introduce girls to the game in a fun manner where they can make friendships. They're to learn the basic skills, but I also want them to learn how to present themselves in public, how to speak in public. Many of the girls come very shy, they don't want to talk, but I make them, by the time they're seniors, they're blossoming and they can be world-class speakers. And I have evidence of that tonight, which you'll soon receive. We had speakers. We had three pros. The entire purpose for our speakers program is to let the girls know that there are other things and other avenues besides being an absolute professional golfer in the game. And to open up your eyes to all these different avenues, including girls golf groups, so that when you graduate and you're in the workplace, you want to play golf, you can join one of these clubs or organizations, and you'll have friends to play golf with for life. Okay, now moving along, I'll let him tell the story, but in 1994 they incorporated, and we operate under their 501c3. And I want you to give a rounding applause for Mr. Fry, because if it weren't for him, we wouldn't be here.
Good afternoon. I don't subscribe to, if it had not been for me, we would be here, because obviously leadership, volunteers, the goal is to have succession. And in any successful organization, you have to have a dedicated team. And over the years, we've had parents, we've had volunteers, and as you can see today, this program, except for the pros, is run by volunteers. But essentially, the Renaissance program did start in 1994. Approximately 21 years ago, primarily to introduce golf to inner city, minority youth, boys and girls from the greater Newark area, to teach them golf fundamentals, etiquette, sportsmanship, discipline, and for those that want to compete, an opportunity to play competitive golf. We had pitch and putt. We had a pitch and putt league for about 7 to 8 years right here at Galloping Hill, the site of this fine learning center. The kids learned the short game very adeptly and took it to the golf course, and the kids played in competitive tournaments conducted by the New Jersey PGA, junior events, the Metropolitan Women's Golf Tournaments, the Garden State Women's Golf Tournaments, and I emphasize women, 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 because our best players were our girls. The girls competed nationally in Chicago, Seattle, Florida, in age brackets, similar to tennis and other sports. The youth went on to college, played college golf, their successful careers in business, education, attorneys. So the whole overall goal of Renaissance Youth Golf was to help grow and develop young people into confident adults. Golf, if they want to become golf professionals, then that would become an independent activity. And we did have 1 or 2 individuals that became semi-pro golfers. We had girls who played for Yale, Rutgers, and many of the colleges throughout the country. And this program was recognized by the Tiger Woods Foundation as one of the top 10 junior programs in the country. And all of this took place prior to First Tee. In 1997, I was invited to Central Park with Earl Woods, Tiger's father, Tim Fincham from PGA, Judy Bell from the USGA of America, and the First Tee was born. After 1997, junior golf became well-funded, and today there are thousands and thousands of PGA First Tee programs across the country. But Renaissance continues to be independent nonprofit, not as a competitor for First Tee, but as a continuing partner organization and a feeder program to give children an opportunity to participate, learn, and grow the game. In 2005, we added the LPGA USGA Junior Girls Chapter for the greater Newark area, which was run by Beverly. And basically over the last 10 years, this program has grown. And today, we're proud to say that we have a wide, diverse group of young ladies from beginners, and it's supposed to be from 7 to 17, but I've seen some as young as 5 and 6. And we've had our second Invitational Girls Golf Tournament over a week ago. And the goal of that tournament was to give them the opportunity to experience, even at the beginner's level, a chance to play on the golf course. And there were no losers. Everyone who participated finished. And that in itself was an accomplishment. I'd like to thank Isabel and Nicole, one of our two of our graduating seniors this year, who come back each year and work with the young girls as coaches. So, Nicole, you want to raise your hand so you can get a hand clap? So, as we bring this season to a close, we really would like for you as parents to give your young ladies an opportunity to continue to progress over the winter. Coach Jeff, Coach Roger are professionals. They give private lessons here at Gallatin Hill as well as Ashbrook. We have no problem with them joining the first T chapter here at Gallatin Hill or at West 9 or at the NEWARK chapter or even down at Clark at Hyatt Hills. The goal is for them to have an opportunity to participate in golf to become better for next season. So as we come to a close at this time, I'd like to make sure tonight we're efficient, we eat, we hear speeches, we win some prizes, and at 7:30 we dismiss, as opposed to 8 o'clock, because I think we can do it. Okay, Beverly?
Hi guys. I've been in the Greater Girls Golf for, I think I was 12 when I started, and this program, it really saved me because I was in the first tee in Plainfield before that, and I'm still in it, but I was always the only girl in every single program that I was in, and I hated it. And finally, I found this program, and I realized that other girls did golf too, because I thought I was the only one for a while. And when I thought I was the only one, I really wanted to give up golf because I didn't know what else to do, because I had no one else to really hang out with. And when I found out that there was other girls that played golf, I came and I loved the program so much because I met so many awesome people. Like, you guys know Coach Isabel. That's how we met at this program. Now we're best friends. And, oh, and then my high school, it came time where I had to choose between softball and golf. And I was between it so much because softball, I played for a while and I loved it, and I was surrounded by girls who, you know, and then there was going on to the boys team, being the only girl in my entire high school that played golf. And I thought about it for a while, and I decided I love golf so much, I'm just gonna go with the guys and do my best. And by my senior year this year, I was the #1 on the team, and I won for the first time in my school's history the girls' conference individually, and I'm the only one this year that's actually going to, from the team, that's going to be playing on a high school team, college team, and Johnson & Wales University in North Miami, Florida. I'm going to be a Wildcat playing on their team. Thank you. It's very exciting. So I just love this program so much, and I'll still come back every year and volunteer as much as I can because I just love seeing you guys starting so young and being able to come through, and I really hope you guys take it to the next level like I am. I would really love to see all you guys do that. So thank you so much.
Hold on for a second, Nicole. You won the Invitational in your division.
Oh, yeah.
How old is footnotes to Walter's presentation, it was Lauren Braswell, who's now with Goldman Sachs. And she was the captain of, of Rutgers Girls Golf. And she was the one that drew me in and said that I was the only female working with her. Let's see. I guess now one of our highlights, every junior here will receive this magazine, which highlights junior golf. And every junior, and we should all know that this magazine was donated by one of our parents, Mr. Mark Roderick, and we want to thank him very much. This is called the African American Golfers Digest, the nation's leading publication for avid golfers. Now, this magazine, I get emails from them every week, every other week about tournaments around the country, about history and golf, and it happens to highlight the African American golfers, obviously because of its name. So we try and give the young ladies a diverse education, and that's one of the reasons why I asked our main speaker to be here tonight. Her name is DeBert Cook. I'm going to allow her to give her full background information. DeBert, she's also brought some nice raffle prizes, which she'll tell you about. And after she speaks, then we'll go into our raffle, so everybody should receive something. Ms. Cook?
Thank you, Beverly. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. It's so nice to be here this afternoon. See so many pretty, smiling faces and a room full of girls. It's perfect. I love that. I've got just a short message today I want to share with everyone. And I want to thank you all for inviting me here. The program that the Girls Golf has been doing for 10 years, I got you beat by 2. The magazine is 12 years old. And I know it's been an uphill climb for you, Beverly. Nothing's easy that's going to be successful. There's always a battle. There's always a challenge you've got to overcome. You've got to put together a great team, and it looks like you certainly have done that. So I want to congratulate you and Walter, and I look forward to being a part of the Girls Golf here with you for many more years to come. Let me see, how many girls here tonight actually play golf? Raise your hands for me. Okay, that's about what I expected. Good, good, good. And I'm sure you're excited about the heat and getting out there and playing in the hot weather. So out of all of you who do play, how many of you have played for at least 10 years? Let me see some hands. Okay. How about 5 years? Oh, a little bit more. 6 years. Anybody been playing 6 years? At least, okay. Let's see what happens now. What about 7 years? Okay, a few more of you. 8 years? 2 of you, okay. 3 of you, 9 years? Okay, so we've got 2 playing 8 years, that's great. And I want to tell you girls, you've done a fantastic job sticking with it. I know it's not been easy. What's your name here?
Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa. So tell me, how did you get started playing golf?
I was 5 and my dad took me to the golf range.
And is your dad here? Yeah. Okay, Dad. That's what it usually takes. It takes a parent to get the child involved. Growing up, I grew up in, I don't know if you all know the state of West Virginia. Who knows? Who's heard of West Virginia in here? Okay, good, good. That's where I grew up. And I didn't have a golf course near me when I grew up there. We had softball, we had baseball, we had skateboards. And that's sort of the gamut of what we did. I got exposed to golf actually after my mom got divorced. How many of you are familiar with divorce? Yeah, okay. So you know there's a transition and life changes. So we relocated to Ohio, settled in there, and that's when I got exposed to golf. I was about 14 years old. My uncle took me to the driving range, and I experienced hitting a couple balls and had a good time, but I wasn't quite hooked. I mainly got involved with the marching band. I love music. I was creative growing up, played saxophone, trumpet, and got involved with the marching band. And I had an opportunity to also try out for majorettes. So I tried out for the majorettes. I said, oh, this is going to be a conflict. Now I can't play in the band. I'm going to be a majorette. But I was selected for being a majorette, and I tried out for even a head majorette. And I still was dedicated to being in the marching band. So it was something I had to deal with. And it's just like any of you here, you have some transitions in your life, things will happen, and you've got to make a decision. What am I going to do? So if you do select something and you decide it's not the right choice, you can't be ashamed to turn around, change your mind, and go back. There's nothing wrong with that. So I want to let each of you know here that today the power is in each of you. As young women, you have the power to be whatever you want to be in this life. I know you've got a lot of friends, you've got family. Things are changing around you constantly. It's an instantaneous world we live in. But whatever you do, be sure to just consistently practice, study. Everything takes patience and time. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to be the most popular girl in the school overnight. You're not going to get your first A in all your classes overnight. It's going to take time, and you're going to have to study, and you're going to have to be patient. So just remember, as a part of life, that's part of things that you can expect to happen. Also, if you have any questions when you're growing up, I know as a young girl, I had so many questions. I'm like, why are we moving again? Why do I have to make new friends? Why do I have to change schools? All that's a part of life and growing up. Change is imminent, and nothing's going to change but change. So whatever life throws your way, just be patient. Stay positive. Ask your parents any questions you have. Don't be ashamed or afraid to say, Mommy or Daddy, tell me why this is so. Because once you get that answer, then the whole world is going to start to open up for you. The other thing I wanted to share with you today is a quote from Maya Angelou. How many of you have heard of Maya Angelou? Yeah, you know, she just recently passed too. But she left us so many wonderful sayings and so many books. And the one thing that I really wanted to share today with you is a quote she said is, you can only become as great at something that you are willing to sacrifice for. Now, if you say that to yourself and you really look at each word, what stands out? The word great. You can only become great at something you are willing to sacrifice for. So I hope you'll take that quote and positively embrace it for your lives today and think about what you want to do as you get older, what road you want to take in life, what you like to study. As you see, Nicole is headed off to college, and she's going to be doing some marvelous things. But it didn't come easy for her. I'm sure she has a story or two that she could tell all of us on some of the challenges she faced. And as young women today, before Nicole leaves for college in September, you should just inundate her and ask her any questions you have about Nicole. How did you handle this? How did you handle that? She's a great resource for you to go to before she's headed off to college. That's about it. If anyone has any questions for me, I've got a raffle. We're going to pass out some raffle tickets. And I've got some great prizes.
Tell us how you transitioned into being the editor of this magazine.
Oh, okay. That's a good question. When I started finally to play golf, it was just about 14 years ago. The magazine is 12 years old. So you can see that after I started playing, it was a period of 2 years where I discovered through some training sessions I was taking, I couldn't find any publications that reflected the people I was playing golf with. I'm like, I know these people are playing golf, but I don't see them in none of the magazines on the newsstands. So that's how I started the magazine. I'm a communications major. In college, I studied journalism, writing, advertising, sales. public relations, marketing, and all the list goes on. And so all that's a part of my background, which nicely transitioned to a couple of clients I had in the publishing industry. And from there, working with Business Week magazine, GQ magazine, Chemical Week magazine, the Network Journal magazine, I became familiar with departments of sales, advertising, marketing, and playing golf. I was able to easily transfer those skills over to producing the golf magazine. And it's been 12 years now, and we're a PGA of America diverse supplier since 2009.
What was your major in college?
Communications was my major. My minor was music. I didn't let go of my music.
Are there any questions? I know you guys have some questions. Come on, speak up.
I want to know if you still play golf.
Oh, I do still play golf. In fact, I always win ladies' longest drive. And that's usually, I think, comes from when I played discus in college. I was also on the track team. I threw discus. I was third in the city. So I think it's that rotation that the trainer told me helps me with the longest drive. So my putting is a little bit challenged, but I can get the longest drive.
Did you play golf in college?
No, I did not play golf in college. I started playing golf just, I've been out of college quite a while. So I played golf about 12 or 14 years ago.
What college did you go to?
I went to Youngstown State University, my hometown of Youngstown, got my bachelorate there. Then I took a certificate program in Detroit for radio, television production, did some on-air work, broadcast work, TV. And from there I went to Georgia State and got a degree in radio and TV communications business. From there I finished my graduate work in New York at CUNY in liberal studies and history, and taught as an adjunct professor for 2 or 3 semesters.
My daughter thinks she hit the ball far. How far do you hit the ball?
Okay, I hit about 280. I can't putt, but I can get you there. I can get my team there.
Any other questions? I know we have some other questions. Are you afraid because we know I'll ask you to stand up and speak?
Oh, okay, it sounded like you were going to say, how old are you? I've been playing golf for 14 years.
Any other questions? No other questions? Super, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now you can say that you know a real live editor of a magazine. And if you ever have any aspirations in that field, you contact me or you all have the book. You can always call and say, I heard you speak at the Girls Golf Year-End Party. And I'm sure she'll be happy to talk with you about the publishing.